We went up to American Embassy for a visa, and the quota was full for Norway. And a friend of mine told me, "Kjell, why don't you go up to the Canadian Embassy, because Canada, they want immigrants, they want people." And they knew I was coming, and they had a job for us, both out on the Pigeon River. And we went on a big ship, the cruise ocean liner, big, huge one. Got there, and I didn't take my pills. They were, well, maybe I'm one of these old tough Vikings, you know, they never got sick. And you know, when you're young, you're thinking all kind of crazy things. And I woke up that morning so seasick that you couldn't believe it. The government never paid nothing for us. We paid our own ticket over here, and we can come and go when we want to. And we did. They came up to Canada to pick us up, took us to Minneapolis to their home, and we stayed there for about a month. I got a job the first day. After 5 years, I became a citizen. Oh, they came to me and they asked me if I would speak for all the citizens. And all the new citizens were there that day in this big room. And it was time for me to get up on the podium to speak for all the new citizens, what American life and becoming a citizen, what it meant for us newcomers. And it must have been a good speech I had, because when I finished my speech, I got a standing ovation. Then the reason I came down here to Texas was that I always loved the Western movies. I couldn't believe in Norway and Europe, you always dine with a knife and a fork. You eat with a knife and a fork, right? And here you have fried chicken and gravy and stuff like that, and you grab it with your hands and you dip it in the gravy and you eat it. I mean, I couldn't believe that they was eating with their hands, but it wasn't long before I was doing the same thing.
We always felt different, so we was ready to leave Russia.
And when we got permission to leave Soviet Union, Jewish organization sponsored this everything, met us at train station and asked where we like to go. Yes, we like to go to United States.
The only was not 100% happiness, because we don't know what to expect. We don't know the language, we know nothing about this life.
And I didn't know any English, but I was determined to study English. Jewish Family Service helped us to find jobs. After 5 years, we applied to become a citizen of United States, because we came here as a refugee.
Never ever, in spite of big difficulties, I was ever sorry that I left Russia. Never.
Never.
Jewish Family Service helped us a lot with money, with everything. We don't have nothing, we're coming with nothing, just a little bit.
Out. In 92, when the Soviet Union fell apart, no clearance, nothing. Nobody was interested in anything. All talk away, we have nothing to eat. The first who went in the 70s and beginning of the 80s, they were really brave people, because there were meetings, they called them traitors. It was such nasty process, it was hard to get out. No, here in America, the Jewish Federation helped us the first 3 months. I was blessed. I liked the city very much. I still cannot get used to the grocery stores. It is my hobby. But my husband picked up usually some exotic plants, put it in. I said, what is it? I don't know. Let us try. The attitude that you are not the last sort person. You are the same as everybody else. This is the main thing.
It was very difficult. It was not, in Texas, it's very difficult.
It's not a honey.
Yes.
It's not honey waiting for us with all the money coming from the trees. It was not as simple at all. The challenge, yes, that's the challenge,
Yes.
to establish ourselves, to become a part of it, to raise the family, to put the food and drink on a table, to support, to pay the mortgage, and so forth and so on, like everybody else. And I swear you that probably every other person in family maybe answered the same question in a different way. But every one of immigrants had to go through some tough time. It was not that peachy. It was absolutely, completely different new world to us. It was very, very, very different in many, many ways. If you would ask me if we do the same at the time when we left Russia with the condition, we had a good life in Soviet Union. Don't you think that we were hungry or we didn't have a roof over
We look better
head?
than here.
And there was a lot of things that we really liked then in Soviet Union, and we still do. So there was some good things and bad things. But overall, if the question is if we're happy that we left, yes, we are.
Everything is okay. It's
And a
American
second
dream.
and a third generation, it's really worth